Right, so like we told you when we started, this is the first month in Ember month. People will always tell you Ember month. It usually comes with fear, anxiety, rush everywhere. Everyone wants to cover up whatever they've not been able to cover up in the past 8 months. So whenever you get to Ember month, it gets busy. Drivers begin to increase the number of speeds they cover per kilometer. So those are the things that made us to decide this morning, as we are just in the early days of the month, let's begin to look at issues that concern our perception around this month. So this morning we are looking at preparing against Ember month fever.
Is it even possible to prepare against Ember month fever? Because
Is it even possible?
the truth is that, one, when people around you are rushing,
Yeah.
it has a way of influencing you and making you rush too. Walai, you're seeing people that are peppering you gang up and down. You're saying, this Christmas, now only me.
Only me the dog.
So
Yeah.
let me double my hustle. Then you also see that effect of the economy.
Yeah.
See, David, now it's almost a crime to dress nice. I don't know how people fare. People, especially people in this our industry, that every day you have a program, you have to make up and dress on fleek. I wonder people who work weekday, how do you fare? Do you know I cannot dress fine and go to the market? Except people have enough money.
These days.
So there is no, I don't think, in fact, I'm happy I'm not the guest. I'm happy I'm not the guest because I don't know how you can prevent it.
Yeah.
But luckily for us, we have somebody that, me, I look, no say she can deliver. I say, make we go call her because I cannot call on the cordon for this one. I need funding for December month FIFA. So our guest this morning is somebody who I'm sure I don't know how on the side, I don't know how pressure is on her side or if the fever is getting to her because David. I don't know, she's not in our industry, so she's not the receive her.
Are you sure?
She not the receive
Are you sure?
She not the receive the cut me soap.
No, let's allow her to defend that.
Okay. All right, so with us we have Dr. Abigail. Dr. Abigail, every time I keep murdering the surname, so please let me not do it. David, you want to try?
Yes, Dr. Abigail Okaida.
Oh my God!
Jesus.
Doctor, please.
Doc,
do the needful.
I thought I could get to this.
Please. It's not Kaina because I know that was what I called it the last time and the same reaction came, please. The correct pronunciation.
Yeah, when pronouncing it, you have to slow down, not Kaina.
Okay.
Kaina.
Okay.
Yes, you're almost there. Just like you rushed it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because
you don't observe the verb, the vowel sound.
Yes.
Okay, you are going to observe it.
There is no K in the language. I've never heard them speak and I heard the sound of it. So that's where you go wrong.
Yeah. All right.
All right, thank you so much. I asked a question. I say, this thing we're seeing over here, the too much high expectation, I don't know if it's flows into your own industry because in this industry, I will not lie. People should start looking beyond the makeup and good clothes. Well, I'm not lying because it's the pocket people should concentrate on. There is nothing there. I want to know this expectation. It reach your side.
It's everywhere. Like I always say, it's everywhere. It depends on how you approach it. It's a personal approach.
Okay.
Yeah, because naturally, if you look at society generally, with the way our society have turned out to be, there's always this kind of frenzy, this kind of activities. People are rushing here and they're trying to make it by force, by fire. But it now depends on how you define it personally, how you are seeing it personally. Don't allow the society or whatsoever that is happening within your immediate environment to influence your personal approach. Okay. I know this is very difficult because when you see people around you going this, doing that, you just still have to belong. But by the time you realize, man, this life, like what Vimo by then we always say, life is all about you, their advert. I always pick that. Life is all about individuals, it's all about you. When you understand from that perspective, you won't be influenced by whatsoever noise happening around you. I believe with that,
But is it
you can
even
start
possible for
solving
you
it.
not to be influenced by the noise? Is
Sure.
it even possible? How can you do that?
Depends on how loud the noise is.
Like now, because for you to make noise, you need to have this, okay? And you have checked your account balance, no noise there. And you have searched yourself, no noise there.
But you know that's why you see some people going to steal or trying to rob.
Yes, where I'm going to.
Yes.
Some people with this attitude of fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
So you don't need to fake it. It's individual thing. You have to look at it from your own angle and say, no, I can't afford this. And I refused to get influenced. So by so doing, you see yourself living your life unconsciously to you. Because you already have a mindset, a premeditated mindset towards life. Now this is what, if I'm to drink a cup of garri, I will drink it honorably than eating my chicken with all manner of insults when my conscience is not at home with me. So when you approach life from that perspective, you know that after everything, what we normally say is vanity upon vanity. Heaven is the goal. So you say you have this kind of approach. I don't think whatsoever thing that's happening within your immediate environment can influence you to that extent. And you talked about those of you in the media industry trying to look good. What about us? You know, we have students. Madam Blue. Yeah. So you know you have to package. And again, you are dealing with people, human beings directly. So might be picking you as their role model, don't know any to you. Yes. You understand? Yes. So by so you're always conscious of this. You don't know who is watching you. You don't know who is taking after your steps. So you always have to also package.
Oh no, I think you got it. I think you got it wrong. What I was actually when I talked about packaging.
Okay.
As a lecturer now,
yeah,
you're looking good, looking on flick. You get. We get to make up, do like David. You get my point. Then you now walk into the streets. Your lecturer now. Okay, I don't want to. What I want to ask is how do you balance it? Let me forget our industry for now and forget your industry. I'm talking about as a person. Now you said don't be influenced. If you're drinking garri, drink with pride. I'm sure you will not video yourself drinking garri on Facebook. No matter how you don't want to fake it, and no matter how you want to live beyond, within your limits, when you go on your social media, you like to post memorable moments where you're looking good, you get. So I would like to know, how do you balance it? Trying to be social on social media and then balancing expectations. There are some people, family members, friends, who all they do on social media is monitor you. This stuff will be your way. May come back for Christmas, mark or letter. It happens. Yeah. I'm like, I keep seeing Oluchi every day on TV. Yeah. She talks to commissioners, she talks to governors, say, the next thing she send you account number, say, my picky ear cut, send money. You get. So my question now is, as you're trying to look good and look your limits, take what's it called, memorable moments, post them on your page, or even save them, or let me forget the social media. You're looking good now. As they pass, they enter. Some students, they look, you say, this madam, she gel. Then during Christmas, there is expectation, which I feel that expectation is what causes the rush. For you to rush and gather enough money that you spend on Christmas. So I want to know, when you now see that people have expectations of you, your clothes. I felt it was a good cause. You get it. Me, I give, say they touch me, not be say you force me. So he touched me, and I asked the guy, how much is the detergent? He told me the amount. I told him to give her. Then I took it from the guy to give her, and I noticed the detergent is small. So I said, why not make it two? In my head, I had already calculated what to remove from my list to accommodate that. You get. I had already calculated, okay, I think I can do away with this in my list to accommodate this. So I took the two detergents and I gave to her. Then one funny looking woman, this woman should be young like me, with all those kind of, geez, she was looking weird, but she's looking young. Now came and tapped me, was pointing at the soap like, this soap. I said, oh, madam, no be me, they sell. Look at the guy that is selling. She said, that should help her buy soap too. She don't already bleach. Jeez. If you see the way I turned, I said, are you okay? Madam, are you high? You drink something? Are you stupid? Don't ever touch me again. At your age now, you don't dey beg. Are you okay? I finished the woman, and I went home without feeling guilty. I felt good with myself. So what I'm trying to ask is, how can you balance this two? You get?
Yeah.
Now, me, in my mind, I balanced it. In another person's mind, I probably did not balance it. So how can you balance it? Because when I was leaving, the woman kept looking at me and she was pointing at me something like, "You'll never be well." I kept saying, "Back to sender, back to sender." Now, this is something she did openly and people were seeing her. She was cursing me because I didn't give in. Now, I know a lot of people that will ask during this Christmas and you're not able to meet up, that will still curse you and they'll still tell people she's not a good person. Exactly. How can you balance it?
Like what you have narrated so far,
yeah,
I noticed there's this kind of expectations. We try to live to please people. Do we really live to please people?
Okay.
Irrespective of the kind of image or whatever picture they want to have in their mind for you, you don't need to kill yourself for them. Like what you did a little you can. Fine. When you have 10 naira, you see someone suffering, fine, as a cheerful giver, you share it to take your 5 naira. Then I take my 5 naira. So because I want you to see me like a messiah, then I will not give you the one I have. What will I live up with? Even the Bible says, against they read the book of Sirach. If you give all that you have, you will end up in poverty. Do you need to starve for the other to be okay? You can never satisfy humans.
Okay.
Yeah. So no matter the kind of expectation, I always tell people, you can't define me. I define myself.
Exactly.
Irrespective of what you want to say, once I know I'm satisfied with myself and what I did for you is okay, I'm done. I don't have to kill myself to satisfy you because tomorrow you are still going to say something else. Exactly.
And you find several people in that position allowing other people to define them.
Yes, trying to please people, pleasing people. Pleasing people is not being Christianly. You're just being stupid. You don't need to please everyone, but do good, reach out.
Okay.
But by the time you now discover that you are not draining yourself, man, you are doing more damage than good.
Which in the scenario she painted, the second person that was actually wanted to exploit you.
Exactly.
Are you getting me? It was an exploitation she wanted to do. Because she saw you give another person.
With a sense of entitlement. Like it belongs to her, you have to do it for her.
Now I want to ask one question. When you talk about Ember months, there is panic, there is anxiety.
Yeah.
People always want to meet up. Maybe several things they were not able to cover in the first 8 months.
Yeah.
They want to do it now. Is it, apart from the sense of wanting to do the things you can do within yourself, is there any way you can start to prepare ahead of the expenses that must happen, because some must happen, that must happen within this season before now? For instance, you see, most weddings are fixed between this period and Christmas. You have to fulfill your community. There are community reunions, association meetings, and all those that you have to participate in. Is there a way someone can begin to prepare ahead, even before those periods?
Yeah, you see, one of the rush about Ember month, by the time we're celebrating New Year, that January 1st, you see people coming with a long list of resolutions. This year, I'm going to achieve this. This year, I will go to this. This year, I will attend it. This year, I will do this. This year, I will do that. After making that list, they will go to sleep, waiting for the last minute. March, the year is still early. We're in the 3rd month now. Don't worry, we still have like 9 months ahead of us. Until maybe August. September, by the time you're hearing this Ember, see this traffic, this rush. Like what I normally tell people, why not just make a little list, small list, expectation of yourself. This year we achieve this, work towards it. Because it's not how long the list is, but it's how well you're able to achieve the things that are there. Okay. Why not just draw your list, your priority within your scale of preference, within your priority, within what you can achieve. And again, we're praying for this December, because maybe it's this Christmas stuff, and it's just one day. People want to kill, they want to do a manner of things. Why not start preparing ahead? Like that January, now that people start preparing for January. to tell you how early they are. Yes, for December. Yeah, because when you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. People start planning early, but some we feel we are still in the 4th month. We are still in the it's just May now.
It's just May now. It's just June.
It's just June now, but waiting till that time. And by the time you become desperate, there's every tendency for you to fail, for people to fail. By the time you become desperate, trying to get things here and there. And they won't even be coordinated enough to think it through what they want to do. What they are just after, because that sense of desperation has declined their good sense of reasoning. What they want to do is to give results, to achieve. But whatsoever thing does not happen between the point of you moving to get the result, that line, what not happen at that bridge, they don't care. So that's why you see people involved in a lot of crime. We're seeing death, fatal consequences here and there. So when we prepare early, I believe Ember should not be thing of fever to us.
So when you talk about prepare early now, I would like to know, if I prepare early, which according to you is from January, as if I don't chop the money. So if I prepare early, I'm using myself now as maybe somebody that has been inspired. If I prepare early, and there is this thing about price hike, and let me say I budget say 14 naira for December.
Yeah.
You find out that 14 naira is never enough.
Yeah.
But you also find out that January has 100 days. So how can you balance with the price hike and then the fact that January salary can never come on time?
Yeah.
So how can you balance between spending responsibly in Christmas and you're still spending above your budget, because we always still do, and then January having something to overflow?
There's something they call make do of what you have.
Okay.
This is what I have. This is what I can afford. And this is what the economy is telling me. This is what I'm going to do. I will not kill myself. Maybe before I used to buy a bag of rice, and that bag of rice, you cannot finish it on that Christmas day.
Okay.
You can't. So what will you do as a family? You can buy half.
Okay.
They use the other one to buy other things to augment the food.
Okay.
But by the time you're insisting on, I usually buy a bag of rice every year. Know that you cannot compare last year to this year.
Okay.
So why not cut down your expenses?
If that half can finish before December 15th,
It won't finish.
oh, okay.
It won't finish. It still depends on how you manage it. By the time you remember you have a half bag of rice at home, you will know how to augment it with either swallow, yam, those kind of things. Children will not be eating rice every day, unlike before.
And the waste that also comes within this system.
That's what I normally tell people. They should just learn to be practical. Okay, just be empirical with things. This is how life is. This is what has thrown to us. Let's live it the way it is. Because by the time you are still trying to think of, yeah, I did this, I did that, knowing fully well that every year can never be the same. So why not live within your means, within your limit? So that's my advice to people. That's why I can never be perturbed by whatsoever economy or whatsoever thing that is happening around me.
You've never gone for Perry and they carry band, they follow you.
Yes, I have experienced that, and I feel very sorry.
Yes.
I cannot please them to trek home.
Exactly. And this is the situation where you also find people trying to please or trying to...
Big girl, big boy, it doesn't pay. Just calm down.
Because of time, we'll take that as your final message for this morning. Thank you very much, Dr. Abigail, for joining us on the weekend show this morning.
What else can I say? Our guests have said it all. So all I will need to add is, if you're rushing for Ember and you're rushing to December and you die on the way, they will bury you in Easter. Life will go on. So that's it from me, Dave.
Yeah. Let's take you over now to our breakfast news studio for the breakfast news at 8. Join us.